better believe in him now.
You better believe in him now, because if you don't see the signs that something is going to go down, you are, I'm sorry to say it, but blind.
It's really, even as a believer, it's scary, because they say you think it's bad now, you just wait. So
it's scary now. So if they say, they're telling the world right now that the current world crisis that we're in, that it's going to get worse in September, November, December, because it's going to be mixed in with all the cold viruses, and they're going to relaunch the world pandemic that we're in.
Yeah, it's just, it's a real mess. But if we keep our eyes on Jesus and only him, and we stop watching a lot of this news that just puts poison into us, and then it lowers our immune system because we're stressed.
Yeah, I don't listen to the news anymore. I have three individuals that I listen to, and they are very, very smart and very, very wise, and they are Christian based, and they have the pulse of what's happening with the Democrats and the world dominating Democratic Party and everything that's connected to that. So I wholeheartedly do not listen to news at all, and that includes Fox.
Me either. In the very beginning I did, and then I just thought, ooh, I cannot do this anymore. It's not healthy for me. But I've really enjoyed your interview. You've been wonderful. And I would like to talk a little bit more about your faith in God.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you wouldn't mind, tell me more about your faith. Does Jesus speak to, you know what I mean? Do you pray? Do you talk to him daily? Do you have conversations with him daily? Share with people how you have a relationship with Jesus, because we all have a different one. I mean, we need that relationship. We need that one-on-one, but how do you do it?
Oddly enough, I do it at night. He speaks to me at night, and my mother would always pray at night. So I always connected talking with Jesus at night before bed. I do all my communicating and conversating at night. I literally sit at the edge of my bed and talk to myself. It looks like I'm talking to myself, but I'm not. I'm talking to Jesus. I'm talking to my Father. I'm talking to God. And there are many, many conversations both at night and during the day. Like a day like today, I woke up and have always been in extreme pain. And every day I ask the same question: God, will you allow me to get up so I can continue to spread your message? Excuse me. Continue to spread your message for that day. And whatever he allows me to do for that day, I do, and have to be grateful for it because he allowed me to do it.
Well, he's certainly allowing you today to spread your message, because I can't wait to put this up on YouTube. And not only have you been diagnosed with cerebral palsy, are you also a diabetic?
Yes, I was very, very sick in, I believe, 2019. I have one major cold a year, and last year I had a major cold that did not go away, and some things happened, and I was sent to a care facility, a hospital, not a hospital, but a care facility, and they did some tests on me, and I found out that I've been diabetic since I was a kid, and I had no idea. And I was 30 at the time. I was 32 at the time, and I found out that, yeah, I have diabetes and I've had it since I was a kid and I had no idea. So I'm dealing with that, and that's a journey in and of itself, along with trying to find and figure out new ways to maneuver, because my lower back is completely destroyed. I have a steel rod from the base of my skull to the base of my tailbone. I have metal plates in my knees. My feet are turned out like ducks because uh, my grandmother never allowed my feet to be medically broken so they could be reset because of the braces. They thought that they would work and they never did. So my feet are turned out like ducks, and because of the forearm crutches that I used for the first 30 years of my life, it completely destroyed my lower back. So I have these knots, KNOTS, in my lower back because of the wear and tear and no everyday walking that I would do because of my forearm crutches. So I'm, needless to say, I'm in pain 24/7, 365 days a year. And that's why you see me in front of where you see me today on the couch, because I can't just free sit. I can't just sit down and be still because of the pain. So
Now,
it's
I really am so sorry that you are going through that. And did you tell me when we spoke last week that you have a new motorized wheelchair?
yes, I was blessed and honored enough to be be put in contact with several um, companies that deal with motorized wheelchairs. I was written out a prescription by my doctor and was given a brand new, out of the box, never used motorized wheelchair. And I've been blessed and honored enough to have been given a new lease on freedom and life and the ability to maneuver to places where I needed help before, and now I don't need help.
Do you take the bus when you travel?
Um, when and where I travel to, yes, I take there's a few companies where I live that deal with um, motorized wheelchairs and door-to-door service. I would take a specialized bus company to and from my job at the small movie studio that I worked for 3 years. I was fortunate enough to do that, and I give all the credit to individuals and um, the companies that allowed me to do that. But since my mom has passed away over 5, 6 years now, almost 7.5, I live on my own. I pay my own bills. I have the help of a wonderful in-home care facility, in-home care business that is God-centered, and God led me to these people, and I love them to death. And they are a wonderful, wonderful company, and they allow me to live my life the way I see fit, and they help me where I need help and take me to all my necessary doctor's appointments when and where I need it, and assist me with any help that I need. So, for the most part, I am on my own, but when and where I need it, I have the help that I need. So I'm blessed with that.
You truly are. And you are such a blessing to be on the show. And what I would like to ask you to do, if there's anything else you want to say before we close, you can. And if you want to wrap up, you can do that too. But I would like for you to say a prayer for the listeners out there?
Thank you for the opportunity. And I was blessed and honored enough to, for those that don't know, I was blessed and honored enough through my street ministry. I was blessed and honored enough to meet Holly in my comings and goings throughout the motorcycle ministry, the Christian motorcycle ministry. I was blessed and honored to meet her in several different ways, in several different capacities. And this is just a new branch for her, and I'm honored and blessed enough to be on her show. And I hope to be an editor for her whenever she expands and develops this wonderful, beautiful show. And as far as a prayer, I pray that everyone, dear Lord, I come before you today as a servant of yours and ask that everyone be safe and healthy during this crisis, this world damaging, world hateful, world whatever you want to put on it. And I hope through my message and through Holly's message that they see fit to follow you and find you. And all I can do is lead you to the well, as my pastor used to say. And I can't force you to drink, and I can't force you to believe in what we believe in, but I believe with Holly's wonderful spirit and wonderful ability, and I believe with my capabilities, and I believe that I've helped somebody. I've always believed that if you're able to help at least one person, then you've done your job for the day. And at least I hope to goodness that I've reached one person through this wonderful, wonderful program. And I thank you very much, Holly. And I wish you all the best. And God bless you all. And thank you again for everything that you've done for me today and will continue to do. So thank you, Holly.
You are very welcome. What we're going to do is thank you. Thank you for your testimony. Thank you very much for opening your wounds and exposing them to everyone so that that in turn may help someone know that they can come to Jesus and he will provide. He is our provider. He is our supplier. We need to keep our eyes on him, especially now during what is going to be coming in the future.